Okay, hello everybody. Hi, can you hear me okay? Okay, great. Well, welcome to our second session for our Tabula Rasa online retreat, A Happy Dream. I'm Peter, for those of you who are just joining in for this session. And yeah, we got a great little session coming up. We have three of the guys from our house here, Casa Quantico here in Mexico. We have Linda, Yiska, and Zach, and they're all members of the Living Miracles community who have been here for years. And I'll pass it straight over to them now. So just here we go.
Hi everyone.
Hey everyone.
Hello. Oh. So good to see all your faces. Yeah, we're really excited about this session. It's like this happy dream theme is really a joyful theme. And yeah, it's always when we have the new theme for the next month coming up. It's like feeling into who's gonna do the Friday night session, and yeah, just see who feels it. And actually, this time it wasn't so much about this session, but it was for me. I saw. Did I say my name? My name's Yiska. Yeah. Yeah, for me it was a movie we watched with David a few weeks ago. It was The Life of Tammy Faye. And I don't know if all of you saw it, but there was this woman who had such a love for Jesus, and she was so into it, and she so wanted to share it. And then she just went for it, and she wanted to sing, and she wanted to go around the country and just spread her enthusiasm. And then she went really downhill with her ego. But I was kind of impressed about the way she was really going for it. And she was like, yeah, she didn't feel any shame or any shyness about wanting to shine. And then that really brought something up for me, because I really love to sing, but I don't have any background in singing. And but I just felt a spark, and it was, I don't know, the way she was just going for it. So I just expressed that here, and I said, I really feel I want to sing, and I want to sing with you guys. And then, we had this happy dream retreat coming up, and yeah, then it just, Zach was immediately, yeah, I mean, I feel it too. And then I was, yeah, well, I'm open. I'm open. And then, yeah, so the last weeks we've been practicing, and yeah, and we were just feeling into what songs we wanted to sing. And then it was still not clear if we were gonna take on the whole session, or if it was just a few songs, if someone else would come in. But it's always comes always down to prayer, and then, yeah, it became clear that it was for us to take it on. So, yeah, here we are, and we practiced a few songs, and we had some healing with, rehearsing, but also a lot of joy doing that. And yeah, we're just here to actually to share some parables and some songs with you. So, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm Zach, and yeah, I really feel like what you were sharing about your desire for kind of springing off this session and getting it started is kind of the same reason for me why I immediately kind of jumped in there and was like, yeah, I want to support with it. Because I feel like, for me, there can be this gap between this like concept of joy that I have, like I'm thinking that I'm happy and like actually being happy, like moment to moment. And your desire to kind of find that joy through music, like what's going to crack me open, like, oh, music. And I feel like, you know, I've had a lot of experience doing it through music, but ultimately it was the same prayer for me. Like I wanted to use coming together and playing music and sharing and doing all this to actually genuinely feel joy, like moment to moment. And how does that happen anyway? That's kind of my question going into it. And yeah, I feel like it all kind of was arranged to start to show me at least what that is. So yeah, that's why I'm super excited to be here and play some music and share with all of you.
Yeah, what comes to mind is like I had that kind of a spiritual self-concept, like, you know, it's good to be humble, it's good to be, you know, I've always had this desire to be in the foreground, and I did a lot of theater when I was studying, and I had really this desire to, well, it was partly like an ego thing, like to expose myself and to get appreciation for it, and but there was also part of it that was really about the collaboration and just making this production and then going on stage, and somehow along the way on my spiritual path, I thought, oh yeah, that was all ego, so I should, you know, it's more humble to step back, it's more humble to not even to desire, you know, shining your light or something. And then, so for me it was really like this important just to express, like, I know there's still, you know, there's this part of ego that wants appreciation and that wants to be seen as an ego. But I wanted to get in touch again with that feeling of collaboration and the feeling of the joy of just feeling out together, like what are we doing and where's the joy? So yeah, for me it's been like a beautiful opportunity to do so, and yeah, I went through some healing with it, like, oh my God, so now I'm gonna sing, and I'm you know, I don't even know how to sing like in a professional way, but I discovered every time we practiced, it's not about that, it's really about like the joy of joining.
Yeah, I think for me, when you guys were sharing, it's like there's like this involuntary aspect of it, because it's like, yeah, we were praying, it's like, yes, God, yeah, I really feel it, and it was in a meeting with the house, and it felt really inspired and really good, and Zach was right there, and we're like, yeah, we can sing together, like, yeah, sure. Okay, Spirit, it's like, I don't know, it's like, yeah, it feels like, okay, Holy Spirit, whatever you want, like, you know what's most expansive for me. And with the singing, it's definitely, like, I feel I can be very controlling and very perfectionist. And I'm not a professional singer, so I don't even have any excuse to be a perfectionist. But it's like, it doesn't matter, like, the ego comes up in all kinds of ways, like, not per se because I have any experience with it, like, the I know mind shows up everywhere. But yeah, I do feel like this involuntary aspect that I just kind of want to tap into this evening, even for myself, just to be with you guys and not, like, we've had a lot of joinings this week, and just to share what themes are up, like, for us and what feels inspired, and maybe ideas to share tonight. But then it's like, okay, and now we got to hand it all over and see what's actually going to come through, like, what is it in this moment that feels really inspired to share with you. And it's really for us, like, before we just started, we just kind of shared in this prayer, like, okay, what do we want? And it's like, okay, I want my heart to crack right open this evening, like, that's what this is for. And think I've said that with a number of these sessions I've done, but it's like I feel the spirit in that, and yeah, I feel like that's something I just want to come back to every time, because I'm kind of from the opposite angle of Yiska, if you can say it in that way. Like, I do not like to speak in front of people and in front of audiences. This is the one thing I would not do if it was my choice, but I do feel the spirit is with me underneath it. Like, I love connecting, I love extending, I love communication. Like, there's all this bubbly joy underneath it that wants to come out, and it wants to be shared. Like, that's just how I feel the spirit. It's like through extension and collaborating and joining together, and it's like, well, the inspiration's taking over now. Like, okay, bye-bye ego. Like, I don't know, even the, like, whatever is down there, the fears or the unworthiness or whatever self-concept, it's like, okay, I just want it to be washed. And it is washed in collaboration. I do really feel that every day. So yeah, I'm just really happy to be here. And I think we're all kind of just with an open mind, like, see what's coming through. And we're just so happy to share with you guys the inspiration of our life, I feel, because that's really what's underneath it. Like, I feel so inspired by the life I live right now. Like, that's the main inspiration for me every day. And there's no problem talking about that. I mean, that's like, it's a core of my mind, of my life now. And I'm just grateful we can share about it. So, yeah, happy to be here. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was beautiful what David spoke this morning about the happy dream and letting go of outcomes. And that really stuck to me. It was like, oh yeah, but that's, you know, not just with the singing, but with everything. Like, we talked a lot about happiness this week and how we feel around it, and it always comes down to present moment joy. And whenever the outcomes come in, and even in preparing for this session, I could just watch my mind whenever I was thinking of, what are we gonna say tonight, or how are we gonna handle this session, or whatever. It's such a joy killer. It's immediately you're in the future with your mind. And then, yeah, I think this week was really about, seeing all the concepts we had about happiness, about what it is. Because in a way it was funny when we were just listening to different music and inspiring each other, like seeing what music felt like, had that happy dream feeling. I first thought of all these, like, this really happy, high level songs, which we have as well. But also we came with, like, really, more devotional songs came up, and it was like, but that's you know, this happiness, it's something so deep, and it's not something to search for, or it's almost like a byproduct of being so present and being so, feeling, for me also feeling this gratitude. I think that's the same thing that you just expressed. Like, I feel so grateful for this guided life that we're living here, and every time there's any judgments or whatever, it's always about not being present or not being content with this moment. And then it's such a blessing to live in a house where we can't even keep it in anymore. Sometimes I try for a few days not to express something, but then the moment comes when it just has to come out.
Purge. You know, the purge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's partly happiness for me, like really the joy of joining and really this feeling of being present and then there's a lot of, like, then the gratitude comes in, and then happiness comes in. And when I start, like, trying to get happiness, then it slips away, or it's like,
Yeah, I think one of the things that I felt really, I don't know, it's like becoming a little bit more clear throughout this process. Like, I feel like anytime I'm trying to be joyful, that's not it. And it's really like this happiness, it's almost like it just kind of comes up from the bedrock of being as the judgments and the covers over it are removed. And I think that's why the collaboration is actually so important, because in coming together with this purpose of like, no, we really want to be like genuinely happy. I feel like there's been several times, just even during this process, where it's like I'll share a doubt thought or something will come up, and I'll just be met with this these two little smiles, like, you really want to hold on to that? Is it really worth is it really worth your happiness? I mean, happiness is always the cost of holding on to knowledge of the way situations are, or what this means, or what this means about me. And so, yeah, a part of it for me is just really having the courage, actually, to say exactly what it is I'm feeling moment to moment. Because in a certain sense, I feel like that's all that's been needed. Like, if I'm willing to be fully transparent with my brother in each moment, then what is there to stop this genuine happiness from cracking through? Yeah.
I was just thinking, because I just kind of realized when you're talking, oh yeah, when we share the private thoughts, when we allow it up, that's when the self-concept really gets in my face. Because I feel like during this music practice that we've done, like I said earlier, I feel like I shared a lot of thoughts in our practice. We were practicing, we're halfway through a song, it's too slow. Okay, start again. Okay, it's too fast. And all these almost complaints, but it's I couldn't connect with these attack thoughts really in my mind. So I had to and over come towards second. But this concept, I feel that I still have in my mind, oh God, there she is again, or oh, she's complaining, or it's oh yeah, Missy Perfect, or whatever it is. But because I had to share the thoughts, I had to look at it, because I would, part of my mind rather doesn't want to share it, so I can kind of stuff away that self-concept. But I don't want that anymore. It's no, I'll just have to face it over and over and over and over again when we practice these songs to okay, I don't want anything in the way of this present connection with these two right now that are right in front of me. So I have to. I want to, that's it. I'm not a victim of this awakening journey. I want to, this is my choice. This is what I want. And I think Jiska and I, we do shops together, and it wasn't so long ago that we went, everything that we do has the same purpose. It is no private thoughts, no people pleasing in practice. That's absolutely everywhere. So it doesn't really matter what the backdrop is. Singing, doing a session, go shopping, cooking, writing a newsletter, doing web, it doesn't matter what, the purpose is the same. And so, yeah, and Jiska and I do the shop for the house every week together, and okay, the purpose is out front. This is for us to feel connected, and if anything is in the way, we have to express. And I think it was actually the three of us who drove down initially, and we went to the store, and it was beautiful because Jiska said, okay, I can't, I need to express. And I think it took us 30 minutes. We were at the parking lot at Walmart. And we had a 30-minute expression session before we actually went into the store, because it felt like a compromise to you. You were I can't, I just can't. I'm not happy. Something's not, it doesn't feel good. Something is not sitting right with me. I have to express. Can I express? It's like, yeah, let's do it. And then you went to the ATM and we got into the store after like half an hour. But yeah, just to kind of allow that in any situation, just to kind of say, stop, this is the most important thing for me right now, to feel like I'm clear and I feel like I can be with the Spirit without the attack thoughts in my mind. So yeah, that was beautiful.
Yeah, and especially when they come out as judgments, because I actually felt judgments towards you. And then, I can quite easily express when I feel like sadness or whatever, or I feel things that don't feel good that are only about me. But when it's like these judgments, it's like I keep on getting to this barrier, like, oh, will this affect our relationship? And then, but it's always after that there's the joy and there's the connection again. And it's, I like what you say, it's with everything. It's with everything we do here. But I think the thing I like so much about the singing is that you can't pretend. When I'm here, when I'm cooking or anything, and anyone comes into the kitchen and I'm not feeling so happy, I can still put on my happy face and like, not for now. But with the singing, we can't. It was like we had this one rehearsal last week, and we were just making our way through the song, and then the song was done, and Lina was like, I'm not feeling it. And I'm not feeling it. And it's like, I'm not feeling it. And that was just because things needed to be expressed. And then we joined and we expressed. And then, it's like you can't hide it when you're singing. It's like it's so direct and so so that was really good practice for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually really grateful for you sharing like each and every one of those. Like, it's too fast, it's not fast enough. It's like, but you just, no, it's too fast. And it's like, I can't win in form. I can't get it right in form. And I think that's one of the distinctions, like the concept of joy would have me believe like, oh, how fast or how slow I play it isn't really all that important because it doesn't matter because it's all Spirit anyway. But like in that moment, speaking that thought, like I feel it's too fast. Like that's the most important thing for us all that could be happening. Not because you actually want to hold on to the fact that it's too fast, but because it's in the mind. And like, we can, by exposing it, we can actually together come to the guidance. And I feel like hearing stuff like that from you actually had been helping me like speak my own very specific thoughts when in the past it sometimes gets into this mush of like, oh, it's all fine, I don't really care anyway, like all this kind of stuff. But if there is like a specific thought there, then I've been surprised throughout this process, like you just share it and then it becomes obvious like where the joy is. Mm-hmm. Because by sharing it, it's like a yes to the Spirit using it then, whatever that means.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We can sing a song. we got 4. You guys are feeling it.
Yeah, Blessed Life.
Yeah, sure. That feels good. I don't know if we're